Alright, welcome guys. Today's video, we're going to check out this temple right behind me. It's Wat Thammikarat or something like that. I can't really say it, but I'll put a link in the description to how what this temple is. Anyway, this is kind of a temple that's kind of predates Ayutthaya itself. They don't really know exactly when it was built, but it was in operation when Ayutthaya was the capital, and it was completely destroyed by the Burmese, and it was fixed back up in the time of King Rama V. So this is still a working temple, and it has a lot of history to it. And so let's go and look around. So it's on the north part of the island, and it has a short little outer wall that rings it, and then the temple walls are still somewhat standing, and it's kind of right in the middle. There's like some technical colleges and businesses and stuff all around, so it's kind of out of the way, so tourists don't usually come over here to this place. All right, so one of the worship halls over here has a little reclining Buddha, and they have a building. So let's see what's inside of the building. Oh, this is nice. It has a big reclining Buddha here. The older buildings, it's kind of hard to see, to get a good picture of the reclining Buddha, just because of the way they built these buildings. It has all these piers that support the roof. Oh, but this is still nice. So here's the head of the reclining Buddha. And I don't know how big it is. It's probably about, I'd say like 20 meters long or so. You see the face is definitely the Ayutthaya style with the little rolled hair. You can see they have the little marker stone. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like lilies that he's resting his head on or not. And then they have a picture up on the wall for one of the scenes. We got a monk here, he's giving out the blessings. And he'll tie the little string. So they're painting in this little worship hall. He'll tie the string around the wrist. So right outside the worship hall with that reclining Buddha, you got some chedis out here. And this one's the one I read about. This one has the chedi, and it's surrounded by all of these lions. It's pretty cool. You can see on the stairwell also they have the naga. A little 5-headed naga here, and the other one's kind of fell down. You can see this another one of those like 12-sided temples you can see on the base, and then you can see where they had it stuccoed all around. And then here's some of the lions. And it's pretty cool how they built them. They built it first, they made kind of a rough shape out of the brick, and then they put the stucco, and then they decorated it. Some of them are in better shape than others. There's some that are kind of in bad shape, and this one right here is in really, really good shape. And so here's the base of this chedi. The top is gone. It went up to that bell shape like you see on most of them. That's kind of the Sri Lankan style on the very top. You can see they used some pretty good sized bricks on the base. And then around the temple, right over here, looks like it kind of goes into a swamp. And then some more of the complex over there. That looks like another working part of the temple. And then the main worship hall is right here. But before we go there, I want to go over here and look at these chickens, and I'll tell you a little bit about them. So right next to the main hall is this small little worship hall, or a sermon hall. And it's completely gone, just the bases remained, and then the base up there. So the main Buddha would have been sitting right here. Now they have a statue of, I believe that's King Utan, the first king of Ayutthaya. But they have all these chickens here, or roosters. And what the story is on it, I believe, is that the people bring these and they leave them here to kind of make an offering. And the story behind it goes is that in the old days when the Burmese were coming, they were attacking, invading into Thailand, and the crown prince of Ayutthaya and the Burmese prince, they had a cockfight. The chickens came and they fought, and it was a big battle, and the Thai rooster won the battle, and it made the Burmese prince lose face. So it's kind of a symbol of pride that the Thai chicken or the Thai rooster was stronger than the Burmese rooster. So that's why these are all here. And you can see this is the back of that sermon hall, and it looks like you can see the legs of the Buddha. So it would have been a seated Buddha right there, and in those bricks behind it would have probably been the body of it. And so it's all gone now, but still has the base. All right, this is the main sermon hall. You can see most of the walls are still somewhat intact, and then they had some pillars out here to support a smaller part of the roof. This is quite nice. This would have been a really tall building. So this was an important temple for the Thai kings. This building here was built in the early Ayutthaya style, and it's said to have predated Ayutthaya itself as being the capital. But it was right around the start of whenever this was first established as the capital. So this was around the mid 1300s. So this is like 650 years old or so. So the Thai kings would actually come over here on like Buddha holidays. The main palace was not too far from here. This is just more to the north of the island. So this was a cavernous hall. This would have been really nice. And you see they put the slits in the walls for ventilation, because it was before AC, so it would have gotten very hot inside. But that would have gave them a nice cross breeze. So here's where the principal Buddha image was at. And then you can see those walls are, I don't know, 25, 30 meters tall. So this was a colossal building. And the main pedestal for the Buddha, it's all just the bricks now. Oh, this was really nice. You can see still some of the stucco that was on the walls. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. There's the pedestal. So this would have been the original main Buddha. It looks like it's just some rocks now. And this has been added fairly recently. Yeah, this would have been a nice sight to see whenever it was in operation. Yeah, so this is a really nice temple. It's always amazing that they built this at one time, but now they can never rebuild them. They had the ability to do it at once, but now they don't. And it's kind of interesting. Right next to this technical college, you can see that there's a chedi sticking up right over there. So right on the grounds of the technical college is a 500-year-old chedi, just right there on the grounds. This whole place is just scattered with all of these old ruins, and it's amazing. I mean, I was sitting there having lunch and just eating some Thai food, and you're looking right out at, you know, 500-600-year-old stupas that are just sticking up out of the trees, and it's kind of surreal. It's what makes Ayutthaya such a great place to come. All right, so this is behind the back wall, behind where the principal Buddha was at in this sermon hall, and you can see that little jetty over there with all the roosters. It's quite nice. There's shade trees on the back side of this, and it's really hot right now. It's getting ready to go into rainy season now in Thailand, so it is really, really hot. I'm not really looking forward to rainy season because you'll get rained on every day, but it is what it is. And then the wall is intact over here, and you can see those columns from the inside. And here you can see how the stucco was on those columns They put it into like a 12-sided column. And then right here, there's a tree growing right in the foundation of the building. Which, I see stuff like this, it always makes me think of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, because you'd have just temples that are just covered in these trees. Okay, so in here, one of the monks that's doing a ceremony. So in here you can see the Buddha. This is actually a Lopburi style Buddha, because this temple predates Ayutthaya, so the kind of the powers to be were the Lopburi era. You can see the original walls in here, and then they built this roof over the top of it. And the monk is really giving out the blessing. Yeah, this is a pretty neat part of the temple. This is still a working temple, so you still have the monks in there doing their thing. You have the boundary stones still all around this temple. Here's another one of the boundary stones, another one over there. Yeah, really, really neat. All right, guys, so that finishes up our little tour of this temple. This is quite nice. I really like this. It's a small temple, and it's kind of quiet. There's not a whole lot going on. It's still in operation, so you still have the monks, and they're doing their things, and it's pretty cool. The monks are still doing what they do, and you're right here in the ruins of this, 700-year-old temple. You can see the reclining Buddha, and you can see the walls of the former sermon hall. It's really nice. I like it. I like the little lions that are around the chedi. And the best thing is the entrance fee to here is free. So you just can show up and come in and walk around and sample part of Thai history. Yeah, it's worth about an hour or so of your time. If you're on Ayutthaya and you want to come over and check it out, I would recommend it. It was fun. I've never been here before, so it was definitely good for me. Anyway, if you like the video, guys, make sure you click like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I need the subscriptions, and share it with your friends if you want. And if you've been here, or if you want to come, leave me a comment, or if you want me to see something different, tell me also in a comment down below. And as always, guys, remember, life is a journey. Enjoy.